Once upon a time, there was a Buddhist monk named Mo and his devoted disciple. They were on a journey and found themselves in a village, feeling very hungry. Spotting a nearby house, they approached and knocked on the door. A man in ragged clothes, with a poor-looking house, welcomed them. The monk kindly explained, "We are very hungry. Can you give us something to eat?" The man, despite his own humble circumstances, welcomed them inside and provided them with a meal. After enjoying the food, the monk observed the surroundings and noticed a fertile land nearby. Although the land was fertile, the crops seemed neglected. Curious, the monk asked the man how he earned a living. The man shared that he had a buffalo that provided a lot of milk, which he sold to support his family. As night fell, the monk asked if they could stay at the man's house, and he agreed. During the night, the monk woke up his disciple and suggested taking the man's buffalo with them. The disciple hesitated, feeling uneasy about taking away the man's only source of income. However, he followed his master's instruction, and they left quietly with the buffalo. Many years later, the disciple couldn't shake off the guilt and decided to visit the man. When he reached the man's fields, he was astonished to see fruit trees thriving where once barren fields stood. The man, now successful, explained that the night the monk and disciple stayed, his buffalo had gone missing. Unable to find it, he took to cutting wood and selling it for a living. With the earnings, he bought seeds and eventually turned his fields into a fruitful orchard. Reflecting on the past, the man shared, "Sometimes I think that if I hadn't lost my buffalo that night, none of this would have happened." The disciple, puzzled, questioned why the man hadn't started such endeavors earlier. The man replied, "At that time, my life was easy, and I never thought of working hard. The money from selling milk was enough for my daily needs. I never realized what I could achieve in the end." The story conveys a valuable lesson. Sometimes the challenges or losses in our lives push us out of our comfort zones and led us to greater opportunities, just as the man's buffalo was a hindrance to change and growth. We all have our buffaloes in the form of comfort zones, laziness, bad habits, or fear of change. The story encourages us to recognize and remove these obstacles, freeing ourselves to discover our true potential and accomplish great things in life.